Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone in both the analog and digital world. Well, welcome and good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8. This is Let's Play Higurashi When They Cry Kai. Meakashi. If he were really mature, I think he would have cooperated with the others. He should have appeased them. He wasn't just the head priest, he was also the head of the Furude family. That was a time when all of Hinamizawa needed to be united, so having one of the families who are supposed to serve as examples disturbed that harmony was. I don't know if that should be called mature. It's hard for me to tell. I was taken aback. I barely managed to say the following. Aha. Even though we're identical twins, we still had our unique identities. Every now and then, our opinions differed, but usually only over some trivial matter. We've never had a difference of opinion this big. It wasn't an enjoyable feeling. I decided to probe her some more. I don't really like the word you used, appease. What are you trying to say? Are you saying the priest should have thought of the village as a whole and kept his opinions a secret, meaning people should assert the self before the whole, shouldn't? I'm not going that far. It's just, I thought that as a member of the three families, he should have acted more carefully. That's what I mean. Mion faltered a bit, as my tone grew more like a cross-examination. I wonder if this could apply to me in terms of leaving that school. What Mion expressed was probably the more mature opinion on our scale. When everyone needs to work together to stand up to a vast enemy like the government, people should refrain from actions that would destabilize that alliance. Writing it out and reading it now, I can understand that. But I wasn't mature enough to agree to such a totalitarian idea. Or maybe it wasn't me at all. It was Mion who'd made that mature judgment. We've been separated for over a year. I've been away from town. In the meantime, Mion has been training to take over the headship of the Sonosaki family. She'd been treated as such even before I was confined to that institution. She sat next to the hag in ceremonies and in meetings. She took her place when the hag was absent, but that was just it. We were never that different. Mion has become very like a successor since I've been gone. You sound like a grown-up now. She seemed to get what I was implying. Am I thinking like Granny now? That's good. You're the successor. You shouldn't think like the rest. You've definitely learned the art of ruling. I've never learned anything like that. I'm just trying to act like her. You can do it easily, too. I don't want to. It's your role. Well, don't try her too hard or you'll tire yourself out. I didn't mean to be cold, but Mion seemed to take it that way. She smiled as if trying to pacify me. I smiled gently back at her. Sis? Mion? What? What is it? Our separation has always been tough. Our names, the places where we live, and our bodies. Mian looked down with a serious face, but then looked right back up. Maybe you think I'm jealous of that, but I'm not. We used to have some disagreements, but they were always small and forgettable. You don't have to feel sorry for anything. Up until birth, we were perfectly equal. Right after birth, we were separated by grown-ups' priorities. I used to get mad about it when I was little. There's no denying that. But we don't have to start a disagreement over it. Mian seemed to understand what I'm trying to say. We each have our own characteristics, even though we're identical twins. Only we know the differences. We're also dependent on each other because of them. Mian seems more dependent. She always worries about me. If somebody gave her a cookie, she'd divide it in two and give one half to me. If somebody gave her a candy, she'd wait until I said it was okay to eat it. On the contrary, I'm cold. I don't care about others if I'm satisfied. I'd put the candy in my mouth right away. I have to empathize that I don't hate her. Emphasize. And I'm well aware that she loves me. We both know that. Mian must have been hesitating to put the candy of the successor in her mouth, and was waiting to see if I was okay with that. Do your best, Mian. I'll do my best as Shion, too. I tapped her forehead with my fist lightly. Mian put her forehead against my fist, as if trying to feel the warmth. She's Mian, I'm Shion. She's the successor of the Sonozaki family, and I'm just a vagabond. That isn't a distinction, but rather our individuality. We shouldn't worry too much about the other anymore. We should feel relaxed living as who we are, with our own characteristics. I didn't have to say any of that out loud. We communicate by touch, just like this. Okay, thanks, Shion. No worries, Mian. Let's talk to each other whenever we want to, like we've always been. That'll never change, okay? Okay. Okay. Mian kept nodding with her forehead against my fist. I said goodbye to Mian before it turned to evening. We had talked about the things that happened during my time away, and I enjoyed having that chat between sisters very much. We were able to dissolve our unsettled emotions. We didn't used to do that. Maybe it's because we hadn't seen each other for over a year. Phew. It was late afternoon. My heart felt lighter now. I stretched and looked up at the sky. The sky was clear, blue, and far away. No matter how tall I grow, I'll never be able to touch that sky. I'm Shion Sonozaki, a girl who escaped from the life she was forced to live. Nobody will praise me for what I did, and for what I'm going to do. But this is what I chose. Ah, I can think maturely, too. I psyched myself up. I should go shopping for dinner. Though I have Kasai's help, I need to save money. I love junk food, but it'd be cheaper to cook. Ironically, the culinary classes from that evil school will come in handy. Why not go to the shopping district in Kami-Ishiki? If I'm going there, then I need to take the other street. The cool breeze the late afternoon felt nice on my skin. Kasai came to the door while I was putting the stuff I bought into the fridge. Ah, wait a sec. I'm coming. Did you go grocery shopping? You must be tired. I don't get tired from grocery shopping, haha. Oh, do you want dinner? I've bought enough for you too. Is that alright? If you say so, I'd be happy to. Kasai looked curious about what I'd cook. Humph. You don't look like you believe in my cooking skills. You'll pay for that later. Are you putting these in the refrigerator? I'll do it. Oh, thanks. Is this amount of rice enough for two? Here I go. Kasai skillfully packed the food in the fridge, while glancing at each item in turn. He noticed something. Shion-san, do you still hate canned food? I hadn't bought any. That was, of course, on purpose. It must be hard to avoid it. I know it's illogical. Maybe I could eat it if somebody forced me to. No, second, I definitely couldn't. I feel really sorry. I know I was out of line then. Please, forget about that story. Ah, shut up. Men shouldn't hang around in the kitchen. Go watch TV or something. Kasai chuckled and left. I know this sounds stupid, but I hate canned food. If somebody told me there was a canned food in the meal I ate, I'd throw up. It started with a silly thing. Kasai told me a horror story when I was little. That wasn't a horror story, that was history. You know, one of those urban legends about meat made from an unknown source, like those rumors about how there's worm meat mixed into burger patties or dog meat in beef bowls. Kasai had fun telling me one of those stories because of how scared I got. Except it was it's a true story. And it's actually based on your family, your grandpa. He had fun, but I obviously didn't. I even started to cry in the canned food section of a supermarket. That's how much I hated it. I don't freak out like that anymore, but I still don't like canned food. Since I don't like it, I don't force myself now. And I now live my life naturally avoiding canned food. One of the big differences between us twins is that Mian doesn't have this issue. Kasai feels responsible for this, but he can't rid me of that fear. Still, a flaw like this is actually a good thing, otherwise I'd be too perfect. Ah ha 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 ha. Kasai set the table. Would you? It smells good. Thank you for doing this. If this isn't enough food, you can go to a beef bowl place later or something. And don't turn off the TV. I hate having dinner in silence. Thank you for the meal. So, what is it, Kasai? You came here for something, didn't you? I handed him a cup of tea. I couldn't wait until dinner was over, but I wanted to get to the point quick. I thought I should wait until we finished, but would you mind if I talked while eating? It's been bugging me since you got here. It'd be much easier for me to eat if you started talking now. We received a phone call from the school today. Today? Ah, that's late. Sounds like they didn't want to make it public. So what happened? Akane-san took the call. She said she's going to tell your father when the time's right. Akane-san is my mom. That's what Kasai calls her, as he's known her since before her marriage. So, what did she say? I was lucky she answered the phone. Since she's relatively on my side, other than calling you a brat, she didn't seem surprised with this outcome, I see. So she hasn't told Dad yet. She's probably waiting for the right moment. I think she's going to in a couple days. Dad is on the hag's side, so he'll definitely talk to her if he hears about it. Then she'll have her men bring me to her, and depending on my explanation, make me offer a finger or two. Scary. Ah ha ha. I wish you could laugh it off, but please remember you're not the only one who... Ouch. Aha, you're eating too fast. I cooked too much rice and miso soup, so you'll have to have another round. At least 3 helpings, alright? A few days later, Mian told me that the hag had heard about my escape. So, how did she take it? She was furious. She said if you were in Okonomiya, she'd get you right away. Scary. And? Is Dad doing anything? They'll hold a family council soon to see if any of the family members are hiding you. It doesn't look like she'll have the greenhorns search for you all over town, though. Holding from the council means that things will remain in the hag's hands alone. She won't search the town for me. It's like she's unofficially approving my presence. Of course, I'll get caught immediately if they find me in a large public place. Seems like Mom did a lot to help me. I can't tell if she's being supportive. It's a long story, but Mom is sort of an outlaw, even though she's of the Sonozaki bloodline. A long time ago, she had a huge fight with the hag because she hated the family rules and traditions. She was even excommunicated. My mom was supposed to be the successor, but she was deprived of the title and Sis took her place instead. While she's quiet now, Mom's still an outlaw. She's always been on my side because I also hate the rules and traditions. Dad was flaring up at first, but Mom pacified him. He can't win against her after all. Okay, thanks. Let me know if something comes up. If things really go bad, I'm ready to leave town. I can't let Kasai, Uncle Yashiro, or your mom lose face. Sis, I know what you're thinking. You're asking yourself why only I have to go through this, even though we're twins, aren't you? Mian was silent. That meant yes. It isn't fair that only you have to live like this. It's absolutely not. Thanks. I appreciate your feelings. Tell me when you want to go out. I'll arrange my plans so that I can trade places with you. She sounded apologetic. I shouldn't go quiet or agree with her. She sticks to things a little too much. Once she goes down, she'll stay there for a while. So I just told her simply, thanks. That's really nice of you. Okay, I'm hanging up now. Talk to you later. We've received a new tip. A smudged diary. Hello, sister. Reunited with a close relative. A smudged diary. Satoko is crying while hiding behind my back. She's been crying while clinging onto me, so my back was wet with her tears and snot. My aunt had been screaming hysterically, but she looked tired now. I suddenly realized that it was already past 1 in the morning. She vomited out a series of screams one last time, then finally called it quits. Satoko seemed exhausted. She was looking down in a state of shock. Even after my aunt walked away, she didn't realize she had been freed. So I stroked her head and told her, "It's over." Satoko. Satoko twitched. Her eyes grew bright again and tears rolled down her cheeks. She looked up at my face. She knew it was over, but wanted to hear it directly from me. She begged me with a look. To be honest, I was really exhausted too. So I felt a bit annoyed when she tried to make me say it, but I needed to pacify her, so I gently told her what she wanted to hear. She's done with her scolding, so let's go to sleep. All right? Satoko clung to me, while tears continued to fall. She was crying again, silently. Satoko was shivering pitifully. Her small back reminded me that there was nobody else to protect her. Here, go brush your teeth, make your bed, and go to sleep. Satoko smiled faintly and nodded. I felt dizzy. As I was releasing the strain, a harsh drowsiness fell upon me. While Satoko was washing her face, I went to the toilet. I zoned out while watching my pee. In my dizziness, I almost missed the shot. I felt like I was being sucked into the toilet. I couldn't even remember what caused it. Why did my aunt start screaming today? It's a very quiet afternoon as always. Since I can't go outside as myself, I have to match schedules with Mion when I go shopping. I've gotten used to it by now, so it's no longer a hassle. Because of this, I naturally have to buy things in bulk. Today I shuttled between shops in my home. I got this, I got that. Oh, wait. Isn't it 100 yen sale today? I forgot this. Being in a good mood, I spun around, my arms spread out. I felt like a little whirlwind. My arm hit a motorcycle parked on the sidewalk. It obviously wasn't there when it was supposed to be. It obviously wasn't where it was supposed to be. Ow! Mow! What the? Who parked this motorcycle here? I gave it a kick with no hesitation. There were 3 motorcycles lined up there in a row. They all fell like dominoes. It was a beautiful sight. This is fun, I thought. Being in such a good mood made me leave my guard down. I didn't realize that the owners of the motorcycles were right nearby. They looked pretty scary. They grabbed me by the neck and dragged me into a dark alleyway.